Common questions I get asked as soon as I tell people I was adopted from China, part 2. The first question is, how much do I know about myself in the beginning? I was abandoned in front of the Mingshan government buildings, and I was left in a little basket, bundled up with a little note. And I'll put the note on the screen in case anyone wants to see it. But I was left with a note. It just says my birthday on it, so that's how we know when my birthday is. And I also have a picture of the man who found me. So I'll also insert that picture there. That's all I know, really, about the beginning part. And then after that point, I was in the orphanage, which they have documentation of. Another question I get asked very frequently is it hard for me to talk about my early childhood and adoption? The answer to that is no. It's not hard for me to talk about it at all, just because I don't remember it. It's hard for me to process that actually happened to me. So I just kind of like tell it as a fun story, as if almost like it's someone else's story and not mine. Because again, like, how can you be sad over something you don't remember? It's a tough thing, because I've learned a lot about how my body remembers it, and that manifests in other areas of my life, but I don't actually remember what happened and being in an orphanage. So no, it doesn't bother me at all. The third question I get asked a lot is, do I consider my adopted parents my real parents? This is an interesting question. The answer to that question is of course, because they're my earliest memories as parents. I considered them just my parents. Like, I honestly think if I did find my biological parent, well, I know it wouldn't change anything, but again, like, they're just my parents at the end of the day. So biological or not, like, it really didn't make a difference to me. And the last question I get asked is, do I feel really strongly connected to my original culture, so Chinese culture? And the answer to that is no. Because I was ripped away at such a young age, I really don't remember anything about like Chinese culture at all. And because I grew up like with white parents and in a very white community, that's kind of the culture that I've always known. So I really do not feel connected to Chinese culture at all. I have had experiences where people assume that I grew up in Chinese culture, and I found that I really do not know how to relate to people like that, and it's kind of an awkward situation because I can't relate to anything like Asian, just besides that I was adopted and grew up like in America. Is that to say that I'll never have connection, or I'll never like want to have connection to it? No, like I love different cultures. I love learning about different cultures, but I'm always just going to be an American at the end of the day. So I hope that this was interesting. Thank you so much for watching.